So today I have this challenge in front of me. Now it's the lower section of a door and it's been hit quite hard. In fact, it was a deer that ran into the side of this vehicle whilst the customer was driving. So it's quite a complex repair. Thankfully the paint is intact, but it has kind of affected the frame in a couple of areas, really distorted that body line and also distorted the upper skin section as well. So let's have a look and see just what we're going to do to get started. So there's probably a few different places you could choose to start, but I'm going to start with the worst hit area, partly because I'm looking for a quick win to kind of take the bulk of the damage out, but also I think that's going to release a lot of tension and really help me see the kind of what remains of the repair once we get rid of that big low. So I'm using these gangrene tabs. I've placed it just below the body line and a few little taps to start moving the metal before giving it one really good pull to bring out a big bulk of that repair. And I started off probably for about the first 40 minutes to an hour of just glue pulling, so replacing the tabs in the various different kind of low areas of the panel, like this above the body line and also below, and went through quite a few different varieties of tabs. So these were the gangrene ones from Black Plague, but also went through some Kiko ones and like the Black Ice tabs as well. So at this stage I'm kind of trying to reduce the overall damage, trying to give me the bulk of the shape back relatively quickly, so I can just start seeing what's left and working out where the tension's being held before getting onto the inside of the panel and start doing a bit more kind of finesse work. And I'm giving it quite a good pull here, again just focus on those lows at this stage. So this is one of the kind of main lows and I've switched to quite a large overall tab, and also going to use the robo lifter. So what this does is allow me a bit more of a controlled pull, so I've got those rubber feet holding the panel steady either side, and as I start to pull the tab up I'm really focusing on just drawing up the low spot right in the middle of where those 2 feet sit on the panel. And this robo lifter is great, it's so kind of adjustable to be able to move the angles slightly. And again, still sticking with these gangrene tabs currently, I'm just moving around and really starting to pull out some of the damage. And as I say, switch through quite a few different tabs during the process, kind of playing around. You'll see some tabs work in certain areas better than others, some are more rigid, some soft, and really good to kind of have a play around and see what starts to give you a bit of a pull and start to move the metal. But I'm pretty much reducing as much of the kind of low damage as I can, but there is a lot of tension. So as we take an overview of how the panel looks right now, we can see the majority of the shape is back, but we've got lots of work to do, lots of low spots, high spots, distortion and a whole lot of tension. And on the inside of the door we have a couple of access points, so a rubber grommet here which would give us a hole, and on this particular model we've got these quite large square drain holes in the bottom edge, so one at this back section, one at about the halfway point and another one towards the front. Now thankfully these are quite large, so I'm able to get a variety of different brace tools, door bars and stuff in here without having to kind of strip out the door or create access holes. But before I start pushing, I've got to release some of this tension. So just with a little tap down on the hammer, I'm really kind of focusing on every part of the panel repair that I can see that's high. So working on the crowns, ridges, the high spots, trying to soften up the tight metal, release some of the tension. And what that does, by releasing the tension, it allows me to have a bit more kind of movement to make it easier to release the lows or bring up the lows. Whilst it's under pressure and whilst the panel is under tension with these high spots and crowns, it's just too hard to move the metal out. But as you watch the reflection here, I'm tapping, you can really start to see the metal move in the reflection. And I'm using my blending hammer, but the tip on the end of it. And this section here, you can see where those lines pinch together, it gives me a crown at the bottom. So I need to lift that tension up. So I'm going to use this Dentcraft Dolly, tap it from underneath and start bringing some of that tension back into my panel. But you can really see how distorted it is when we look across the lines. And I'm currently using this tool from BLE. It is slightly bendable, but it's got a really nice blade tip on the end here, which goes right through that hole and gives me the access to go above and below that line. And now that I've reduced some of that tension, I'm able to really focus in and start lifting up some of those lows. And just like I did with the tabs, it's always good to play around with the different bars. So now, still from BLE, but the hockey stick style Doorbell just gives me a bit more strength than the previous tool. I'm able to once again go through that hole, get right behind the kind of low spots, and just find a nice leverage point to start working on the panel. Now I'm in a bit of an awkward position here. If I was in a kind of workshop, perhaps I'd take off the door and put it on a stand. So it's a bit difficult working on the ground, but this was a bit of a last minute repair. I didn't actually set out to do this repair today. I was repairing a colleague's car, a few dents on a Navara pickup, and one of his co-workers came out and asked me to repair this damage. So I wasn't really prepped to do this today, but whilst on site wanted to kind of help out and remove the damage as best I could. And I reckon I probably spent just as long, if not longer, with the tapping down process than I did with either pushing or pulling. So there's a whole lot of work in the tap down, in relieving the tension, moving the kind of softening up the metal, moving around, but also just in terms of blending as well as the tap down process. So plenty of precise kind of taps, just again focusing on the tight lines that I can see in my line board, and really working on the lower crowns where the tension is in the bottom. But as we take a look over the overview, you can see the shape is really starting to come back now. There's still a bit of work to do. It's a little bit distorted across the top section of this body line, and definitely still some distortion running across the bottom. So basically there's a whole lot of finishing to do and a whole load of blending. So I think probably for the next half an hour to 40 minutes I was just blending to get to a finish. And yes, currently I am pretty much upside down. Sometimes you just need to get your head in the right position. It's not the easiest pose or position to be in, but it's all about getting the reflection right and what reads right to you. And this, despite it looking very awkward, was just the right position for me to be able to see kind of the distortion in the highs and lows. As this blending finishing process took about 40 minutes to do, I've sped up this section of the film to really kind of make it bearable to watch, and you can see me going across cross-referencing some of the different techniques that I use. But we have dedicated training tutorials on blending and finishing over at our training site learnpdronline.com, and registration reopens on the 25th of this month, and that's the last registration of 2020. So we currently have a 5-part video series just on blending alone, going through the theory, the tools and the different techniques, when and where to use it. And again, a 5-part video series just on the process of finishing, teaching you how to finish repairs to a high level. So head over now to learnpdronline.com.